Every time I try to make it on my own, every time I try to stand and start to fall, and all those lonely roads that I have traveled on.
Yes. Today let's talk about our welcoming team. The topics that also very much impressed upon my heart, and especially Mark's heart as well. Imagine this: there's one high-ranking officer, a police officer, high-ranking, a Christian rather, so-called. He came to our church one day, first time, and he's so-called well-known for being a very corrupted officer. So when he come to our church, how would you react as a welcoming team? We all know him, example. Everybody knew about him, his corruption way. Would you accept him? Would you welcome him? Or would you reject him outright and say this is someone that we don't want? To bring you back to the time of Jesus when he's walking to the path where he met Zacchaeus. Imagine you and I were there during that time. A big crowd. And we saw Zacchaeus. Would you and I be the same as everyone else, hating him, dislike him, knowing that he's a big sinner, he's a head of tax collector, rich but poor in his spirit? Will we reject him outright? Will we try to be blocking him from meeting Jesus? And then suddenly you heard what Jesus did to him. Jesus says, Zacchaeus, come down quickly, for tonight I'll stay in your place. How would you react when you hear something like that from our Lord? Would we be the same, like the Pharisees and teachers of the laws, and commenting, how can it be? How can a so-called God who knows everything have feast, spending time allowing them to work with them and talk with them and eat with them, and even stay at that place with them? How can someone who is so holy will be living among the sinners? Or will we be like our Lord, welcome them into our life? How would we react? This is something that is always in our life. The daily the daily choices that we have to make when we meet someone like that. It's the same scenario as I just mentioned. A police officer, so-called a Christian, a child of God, who has sinful life, who has bondage in his life. Will we welcome him or we reject him and judge him? The same as Zacchaeus, a big sinner of child of God, living a sinful life. Will God reject him or will God welcome him back to his life? This is something that we need to ponder now and then. The question I always ponder about our warm welcoming team. Do we just stay our role as a bilingual service Sundays when the roster duty come and you just do your job? Or we do more? We walk the extra mile. We don't just welcome them on Sundays, or we welcome them, some of them, into our lives, so that we, with our love of Christ, will be able to impact them, to understand them, to build a relationship, to welcome them, regardless of the past or even the present that they have. I think all of us, just like Christ, what is more important is the future they're going to have in the Lord. So I encourage brothers and sisters, it's so much easier to talk about speaking the truth in love, because speaking the truth is so much easier than speaking in love. Because love, you have to sacrifice, you have to put efforts. Speaking the truth, no need. It's so much easier. But God teach us, while we need to speak the truth, we need first to be in love. We need to learn to love one another. Then we are the disciples of God. So brothers and sisters, would you want And would you willing to walk the extra miles for the people who first time coming into our church? Or will you just stay as it is? It's just my duty, my roster come, I just do my job. Or would you rather spend more time with people who really in need of understanding, in need of love, in need of truth, so that they can turn and be transformed back to the truly children of God? Something we need to ponder. I believe warm, welcoming team members of FCC is not a job. It's not even a duty, but it is a calling from our Lord to be His true disciples, who learn to love one another, who learn to impact people's life, who learn to turn people around, to let them be able to transform, who learn to be like our God, who have a lot of grace, a lot of love, a lot of patience, and yet a lot of truth, so that we can be transformed. We need to give people time, brother and sister, for them to turn around. Just like Zacchaeus, just like the adulterous woman that been caught. Jesus did not agree with the sins, nor do I, nor do we. Let us make it very clear. I don't agree. I don't encourage people to continue to sin. No, that's not the meaning of it. The true meaning is that we want them to turn around. But how to make people turn around? Just by saying one word, you better turn, and they will turn the next day. No, right? It takes time. People who are in bondage understand this. People who are witnesses that have been bound, so for years they try to escape from their bondage, would understand how difficult it is to come out from the bondage. So God, with the grace that He gave to us, I'm sure He also will give us time again and again. So let us also allow time for people to be transformed while not agreeing to their lifestyle, sinful lifestyle. Okay, that's much I have to say. I hope that this message will do us well. And let's continue to serve in a way that we go the extra mile for people, so that we truly be the disciple of God and truly be the good and faithful servant that pleases God. I end this. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.